Hey everyone, and welcome to KingTech. Let me ask you something. When you think about your phone number, what do you think of? Just a way for people to call you? Well, it's so much more than that now. It's become the key to your bank, your email, pretty much your entire digital life. So what happens when that key falls into the wrong hands? Today, we are breaking down SIM swap scams, a terrifyingly simple yet devastatingly effective way for criminals to hijack your identity in a matter of minutes.
Just think about it for a second. How many times have you used your phone number to reset a password, or to get a little code texted to you to prove you are who you say you are? It's not just a string of digits anymore. It's become the central point of trust for your most sensitive accounts. It's the one thing that connects everything you do online.
And that right there is the terrifying part. Because when a criminal gets control of that number, it's not just your phone they have. They have the master key. Within minutes, they can be draining your bank accounts, impersonating you to your friends and family, and locking you out of your own life. We're talking about a total takeover.
So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to dissect exactly how these attacks work. We'll look at the shocking numbers behind this crime wave. And then, most importantly, I'm going to give you a practical playbook, how to build a digital fortress to prevent it from ever happening, and an emergency checklist for what to do if the worst happens anyway.
Okay, first up, the new master key. Let's really understand what we're up against here.
So here's the core of the scam, and this is what you really need to get. Criminals aren't hacking your phone with some complex piece of code. They're hacking the system. They are literally just tricking, or sometimes even bribing, a customer service agent at your mobile carrier to transfer your phone number to a new SIM card, one that they control.
All right, Section 2, Anatomy of a Hijacking. So how do attackers actually pull this off?
This, right here, is what makes these attacks so effective and so insidious. It's not a technological failure, it's a human one. A SIM swap is what we call a social engineering attack. It exploits our trust and the very customer service protocols that are designed to help us, and it turns them into a weapon against us.
The attack almost always follows a clear four-step playbook. First, reconnaissance. They do their homework. They scrape personal details about you from old data breaches, your social media, maybe a phishing email. Then, impersonation. They call up your carrier, pretending to be you, usually with a sob story about a lost or broken phone. Once they convince the agent, the swap happens. Instantly, your phone loses service, and theirs, it lights up with your text messages, including every single one of those password reset links and two-factor authentication codes.
And how do they make their stories sound so believable? They use pieces of your own identity against you, things you probably shared online without a second thought. Get this, a chilling study from Princeton in 2020 put this to the test. They found that with just a few of these basic details, attackers succeeded a staggering 80% of the time on their very first try. 80%.
Okay, Section 3. The alarming statistics. And I have to warn you, this isn't just a few isolated cases. We are talking about a full-blown global crime wave.
The financial damage is just breathtaking. In 2024, the FBI tracked nearly $26 million in reported losses in the U.S. from this one type of scam. And I have to stress the word reported. The real number is almost certainly much, much higher.
And the growth rate? It is absolutely explosive. I mean, look at this. In the UK, the Fraud Prevention Service, CIFAs, saw cases surge by over 1,000% in a single year. That's not a typo. Criminals have figured out our phone numbers are the new front door to our lives, and they are kicking that door down. And while really anyone can be a target, the data shows a pretty painful trend. Older adults are often disproportionately targeted and end up suffering the highest financial losses. And this is often because they might rely more on SMS for their security, and maybe can be a little more vulnerable to those very convincing social engineering tricks that the attackers use.
All right, Section 4, Building Your Digital Fortress. We've seen the problem. It's bad. Now, let's build the solution. These are the actionable prevention steps you need to take, like right now.
Okay, listen up, because this is the single most important change you can make to protect yourself. Stop using text messages or SMS for two-factor authentication on your important accounts. It's that simple. Why? Because a SIM swap directly hijacks the very channel those codes are sent on. Instead, use an authenticator app like Google Authenticator or Authy. The codes are generated right there on your physical device, completely separate from your phone number, which makes them immune to this attack.
Beyond that, it's really about smart digital hygiene. First, guard your data like a hawk. Be super skeptical of any unsolicited calls or emails asking for info, and lock down your social media. Second, strengthen your access points. That means strong, unique passwords for everything. And for your most critical accounts, like your primary email or a crypto wallet, a physical hardware key is the gold standard. And finally, be vigilant. Turn on every single notification your bank and your carrier offer.
Now, this next step is one of the most powerful things you can do, so please do this today. You need to call your mobile carrier and lock your account down at the source. Ask them to add a number lock or port out protection. Then set a strong security PIN that's required to make any changes to your account. Now, here's the critical part. These features are almost never turned on by default. You have to call them up and specifically ask for them.
All right, Section 5, the emergency checklist. We've built our defenses, but we still need a plan for the worst-case scenario. If you ever pick up your phone and see no service when you know you should have a signal, the clock starts ticking. Here's exactly what to do.
The moment you suspect you're under attack, time is your enemy. You have to move fast. Step 1. Use a friend's phone, a work phone, whatever, and call your carrier's fraud department. That is your #1 priority. Step 2. Immediately call your banks, your credit cards, and freeze every single account. Step 3. Secure your primary email account. And finally, remember this critical rule. Do not try to reset any of your passwords using text messages. You'd just be sending the new keys directly to the attacker.
After you've contained the immediate threat, stop the bleeding, so to speak, you need to create an official paper trail. File reports with the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center, the FTC at identitytheft.gov, and your local police. This is absolutely essential for disputing fraudulent charges, and it helps law enforcement track and shut these criminals down.
Ultimately, this all comes down to a simple and pretty unsettling truth. Our digital lives are built on a system of trust that can be completely broken just by exploiting its most human weaknesses. The system is never going to be perfect. So the only real question is, have you done everything you can to prepare yourself for when it fails?
And that is your complete guide to understanding and, more importantly, defending against SIM swap scams. If you found this breakdown valuable, please help protect others by sharing it. And of course, don't forget to like this explainer, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content from KingTech to keep you safe in our digital world. Thank you for watching.